I love that tune.
It's a good
Well,
one.
it's a banger. Welcome, everyone, to No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We're proudly presented by Belly Up Sports. My name is Ryan McCarthy. I'm one of the hosts, and to my right is a man who may have some thoughts about the new Edmonton Oilers third jersey, Dustin Henry. Dustin, how are we doing tonight?
Preliminary thoughts. I'm doing well. Preliminary thoughts. I think it looks pretty sweet. I only saw one picture of it though, so I gotta do some further research. But I was talking about it on Seahawks sessions last night. I am not looking forward to hockey season as much as I normally would because the Oilers will not pull a Bills of the 90s. They will not go back to the Stanley Cup, and then Connor McDavid is going to leave. That is my prediction. I feel terrible about it. But other than that, I'm doing great. I cooked a steak. I went to a bourbon thing today. I'm gonna have a cigar. I'm getting after it. I'm looking down. I'm looking forward to sitting down with you. I got some Oktoberfest beers today. I'm ready to go. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm back. I'm back from the mountains, from my mountain retreat with my church men's group. It was awesome. It was an awesome time. Lots of things learned. Lots of things learned. Lots of things to apply to my daily life, and well, not daily life, but just life in general. Like from here on throughout the rest of however long the Lord has me here on earth, and also in the lives of others. So I learned a lot of things. I'm back. I could really use an Invader cup of coffee, ding, right now because I'm a little beat. I'm a little beat from not sleeping so great, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm here. It's a Saturday night edition of No Credentials Required, Dustin. This is different.
This might
Saturday
be the
morning.
first ever. This might be the first ever Saturday night, as far as I know. Outside of maybe some weird holiday hijinks. I don't know. That would be about the only time I would think that we would have changed it up, but I don't think we have.
I honestly can't remember in the recesses of my mind and show history when we've done a Saturday evening show. This might be the first time. This might be the first time ever. You're witnessing history, folks. If you're watching live, but in the meantime, we're gonna get started. We're gonna talk about the Thursday night game that I missed, but watched the highlights of this afternoon. Excuse me, when I got back. We're also gonna talk about week 2. We're gonna review our picks for this week's Cut the Breaks Challenge, Pick'em Challenge, and I forgot to update us on Tuesdays, but I'll give you that as well. And we'll talk about our favorite athletes to wear 67. We'll talk about Dustin's journey with Extra Life coming up in November, but it's about 6 weeks away.
It's crazy. Yeah, that is insane to think about.
And tomorrow is, if you remember, the 21st of September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh man, banger of a tune.
Yeah, it is a great one. And I was gonna, when you said it might be the first time, I was gonna do "It Feels Like the First Time." So I mean, we were really we're throwing out the music early.
Foreigner, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, we're gonna get going in just a moment, but before we do that, just want to remind you to follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for No Credentials Required. And check out our other podcasts and written articles at bellyupsports.com. On the podcast side, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And that includes Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, our YouTube channel, and on Podbean, which is our podcast hoster. You can also find us, hit that notification bell on Twitter and on YouTube so you know when we go live, when you know we have show announcements, and when we have show clips go up, especially on the YouTube channel. Also, if you're listening on the podcast side, rate, review, comment. Leave us a 5-star rating. You can do that on any platform you desire or that you listen to. Leave us a review on platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Good Pods. And also, if you're on Spotify, you can leave us a comment. You can also leave us a comment tomorrow morning, because this show will be replayed tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on the Belly Up Sports. I think it's 9 a.m. I have to double check real quick. But we'll check 9 at sometime tomorrow morning. I'm tired. I'm tired, but
I get it.
It's a live show. Most Saturdays we're on at 10 a.m. I was still in the mountains at 10 a.m. this morning, but regularly at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Also find us Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., which is our wrap-up show for the week the week it was in the NFL. But Dustin, I could swear I heard this tune in the mountains while I was up there.
It was in the recesses of your mind. It's time again for chime time.
Actually, that might have been the bell to notify us that dinner was ready.
Hope you had good food there.
There was a.
Yeah. Okay.
I had pizza for dinner, so back to real food.
Oh, nice.
We got some comments in the comment section. Desi checking in from Alabama saying, "Hello, nurse." Mr. Daniel Cruz from the Ton to BS podcast saying, "Greeting, lads. Cal rally for AL MVP. I've got a beer in my hands watching baseball. And us. Life is good."
Mm-hmm.
A Pizzle joining us saying, "Vanquish. Vanquish." He's a Dolphins fan.
Ah, yes.
I'd use a description other than beat or defeat. I need to. My vocabulary's superior. Okay, A Pizzle.
Right.
Dan saying the BS cruise, the BS train to nowhere.
Yeah.
Toot, all aboard. Snowman checking in saying, hey, Snowman checking in, just got a good luck kiss from Dr. K from Indiana. Is that for us too, Snowman, or is it just for
you? Snowman, how you doing?
I'm going to talk about your 49ers later, Snowman. He says, by the way, you're doing great with your weight loss. Thank you, Snowman. I appreciate that. I posted a picture the other day on Twitter, on my Twitter account from January 2022 all the way up to last Saturday. And it's wow. Let's just say I'm not going to say I'm proud of myself, but I've come a long way.
Yeah, no, you got to give yourself the self high five, as DDP would say. Come on, man, you deserve it.
And Snowman saying, I've been in the fight, so I totally understand. And Desi telling Snowman to save that kiss. Yeah, your kiss is all mine. Anyway, Hall Notes. We're bringing out all the hits tonight. Foreigner, Hall Notes. Man, Ring My Bell. I forgot who sang Ring My Bell.
Was that Patti LaBelle?
It might have been.
Because that would be awesome. Or was it Donna Summer?
Oh, that was Anita Ward.
Oh, Anita Ward. Okay, I was wrong for both.
And I think it was remixed by by Will Smith at one point when he was the Fresh Prince. Not Will Smith when he was a Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Oh, and Wonko joined us in the chat, says, no need to mention the Ohio State this weekend. Altogether fit and proper to hate them outside Ohio. All right, well, we're going to get started. We're going to talk about Thursday night football. Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21, or as I put in the description for our live show, the Bills vanquish the Dolphins 31-21. This was, I caught the highlight. Like I said, I caught the highlights this afternoon when I returned from the mountains. Mm-hmm. Dustin, you watched the full game, as we were talking about in the green room. So let's since you have the more, I guess you would say, salient thoughts about it, since you watched the whole thing, why don't you go ahead and give the audience your thoughts about this game? What did you see?
Well, first off, if you know The Simpsons, you know that sound Krusty the Clown makes when he's dejected and he's maybe had a few too many and he's smoking a cigarette. That was me going into this game because I thought the Dolphins weren't going to show up. I was wrong. They showed up a little bit. Tua's record against the Bills going into this game is not good. I believe it was 1-8, and he had thrown 9 total touchdowns against the Bills and 10 interceptions. So I did not have high hopes for this game. But the Dolphins, they came out and they looked surprisingly crisp on their opening drive. A-Chain's been one of the bright spots for this Dolphins team, one of the few, specifically catching the football. He's been used as a back catching the football for them, and he's had some big plays. He did on this drive as well, and Malik Washington also had a big play on this drive. And then they used Ollie Gordon II, I believe. He appears to be their power / short yardage back. He gives them a little bit of a different dynamic. So the Dolphins, they shocked me because he came out on the first drive. It was almost 9 minutes, I believe. They came out and they just scored against the Bills. And I said, hey, maybe we got something brewing here. But then the Bills responded in kind. And this game was kind of a back and forth game. I mean, James Cook, He's been a man for the Bills this year, though. I predicted on our preseason show that he would have to do big things in order for the Bills to succeed, and he, of course, is more than doing that. He had 10 carries and 76 yards already. That's a 7.6 yard average, and there was like more than 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was insane. So James Cook had a huge game, as he has nearly every game they've played this season. He's been a reason the Bills are succeeding the way that they are. It did seem notably easier for the Bills to respond to the Dolphins, but I will say the much maligned Dolphins defense showed up a little bit in this one. They got some stops, one of which was the Bills were in the red zone and the Dolphins were able to force them to go for a field goal. It was a missed field goal, and the Dolphins capitalized. They were able to turn that around and throw a touchdown to Jalen Waddle. Both Waddle and Tyreek Hill got involved in this game. But all of this is short to say that it wasn't enough. It was a tie game in the fourth quarter, 21-21, and that's when Tua, he threw an interception. I just don't think he saw the guy coming. He got picked off. It was a turning point. The Bills took it from there. They scored, and then the Bills, they put a field goal on top of it to win by 10, 21-31, game over, Buffalo Bills. It's another loss for Tua and the Dolphins against this Bills team. The touchdown to interceptions ratio is a little bit better, but he still threw a pick. And the Dolphins are sent home. They start the season 0-3. So.
Yeah. This was an entertaining game to say the least. I when I was up in the was up on a retreat, I was I would still catch notification even though I had no cell service. Every once in a while, I'd get like a notification, and it'd be from one of my brothers, going back and forth in our group chat, about the game. But actually those came the next morning.
Oh, they all came through at once.
I didn't want to burp in the microphone. I'm sorry. This is not corner booth. This is no credentials required. We clean things up around here.
We do mute burps and all other manner of things.
Shout out Jared and Matt. And even Nate. But yeah, this was an entertaining game. Yeah, I caught the highlights this afternoon. I got a little. I don't know if you noticed, I got a little bit of a sunburn on my face because I played an hour of volleyball for the first time in a long time yesterday, and boy, am I feeling it today. My face and my joints. But unlike my Jets, who showed the Bills their neck at the earliest sign of trouble last week, the Dolphins gave the Bills everything they had. Tua looked surprisingly sharp in the first three quarters. The run game seemed to get going. I looked at the stats today, and Buffalo is dead last in the NFL in rush offense. I don't know if you realize that. Or rush defense. Excuse me, rush defense.
Oh, defense. Yeah. I did.
In rush, they're dead last in rush defense.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's and I know they've played one more game than everybody else, but remember, this is a team that allowed over 200 yards to the Ravens rushing in week 1. And they allowed over 160 yards in this game. If I double check my stats real quick, but the Bills and the Dolphins were running the ball, and in this game. But as games go, as the seasons have come along, I'm sorry, they ran for 130. My bad. 130 total yards.
Still pretty good,
but pretty good. But as we've seen it with Tua Tagovailoa, Tua gonna throw a turnover.
Yeah,
did it again late in the fourth quarter, which had Buffalo Bills saying this to him:
"Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh
no!" Yep, they said they did that because you know what happens with Tua. There's always at least one bad turnover. It seems like every game since end of 2023 season. And it happened again in this game. It happened late in the fourth quarter. The Bills drowned the clock between Josh Allen getting in runs and James Cook eating up yards, to the tune of, if I can see correctly in my scores, James Cook had 108 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown. So he was eating yards. James was cooking. James was cooking again. And then the Bills ate up the clock, leads to a field goal by Matt Prater, and that was the game. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. The stats didn't look sexy, but he was efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got some yards on the ground, some yards up in the air. James Cook again, 108 yards on the ground. And it just seems to me that this Bills team is on a mission. We could kind of see it 3 weeks in. We both picked Baltimore to win the AFC.
Yeah.
And again, these are preseason picks. Preseason picks are subjective, but this Bills team, 3-0 going into the first 3 weeks of the season, they seem to be on a mission, and they want to win games. They want to host an AFC championship game in their last year at Rich Stadium. I refuse to call it anything else. It's Rich Stadium in my mind. Shout out Snowman. He always calls it Rich Stadium. But yeah, this Bills team is, especially on offense, just seems to be on a mission, and they want to run the ball. And this is Joe Brady, and ever since Joe Brady had that philosophy of, all right, we're going to take the weight off of Josh Allen's shoulders a little bit, and we're going to hand the ball off, and we're going to run it down your throat if we can't try to pass our way out of it, because we want to take the load off of Josh Allen. Yes, Josh Allen is the reigning defending MVP of the National Football League, but James Cook is a big help.
Oh yeah,
the reason why he's put up those numbers that he has put up for so long for last year and going into after 2023, after that meltdown in Miami by Ken Dorsey, their former offensive coordinator, the infamous tablet smash heard around the world.
Oh man.
He was gone.
Everybody saw that.
That
was the best.
But after that happened, Joe Brady took over. And if you don't remember who Joe Brady is, Joe Brady was Joe Burrow's quarterbacks coach at LSU during the 2022 season, and made his way up to the NFL. I think it was with Carolina first, then he went to the Bills, and now he's the Bills offensive coordinator, and he's helping this team doing really good things. Efficiency, running the ball, controlling the clock, doing good things, and Bills are 3-0.
Yeah, well, and how about his luck? He goes from Joe Burrow in college to, Josh Allen. Like you said, I think he had to stop before that, but still, that's not bad. Everybody throws shade at Phil Jackson for going from MJ to Shaq and Kobe, but hey, having good players always helps, but still, sometimes you gotta know what a good situation is, and I think Joe Brady found himself in one.
Absolutely, I won't be shocked if he gets calls for a head coaching job somewhere.
Yeah, some people are already saying he'll replace McDaniel in Miami, but guess what? McDaniels hasn't been fired yet, so.
I thought I saw something about him getting fired, but it turned out not to be true. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of the Facebook hoaxes going around. I almost fell for it too. So.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to our next segment in just a second. Desi asking if I played beach volleyball. No, I did not play beach volleyball. I did not replay the scene from Top Gun with Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise.
Playing with the boys.
Yeah, look at the Kenny Loggins, man.
Yeah.
This episode should just be called Yacht Rock.
Yeah.
Never too much. Never a bad time for Yacht Rock.
I'm gonna work Seals and Crofts into the show.
Summer Breeze, or We May Never Pass This Way Again.
It would be Summer Breeze if I was gonna do it.
I gotcha. All right, we're gonna take our one and only commercial break as a network requirement. But when we come back, we're gonna talk about week 2 in the NFL, or week 3. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm glad we're playing this ad because I need some of it right now. Week 3 of the NFL, what we're looking forward to, what we're not looking forward to, and everything else in week 2 in the NFL. So stand by and stay tuned for more No Credentials Required. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air roasted, 100% money back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order. I could definitely use a cup of this right now. A cup of Invader coffee, because I am fumbling, bumbling, stumbling through this show. But hey, I love doing this thing, and we're here to do it. But Invader coffee, damn good coffee.
It is. It is. And I had some this morning when we would normally be doing the show. It's become a Saturday tradition for me. I had the Bad Santa, which is one of both Ryan and my favorite blends. We had it. They did a Christmas in July sale. So Ryan and I both scooped bags of that up. And I also have I've mentioned this year, I've been very vocal about how I've fallen back in love with the Invader, the OG blend. So I got a bag of that waiting for me when I finish the Bad Santa. I like to drink them one at a time. And I was telling you in the green room, Ryan, I'm very excited. And I know it'll be here soon because their shipping is always so fast. You pay a little bit more for the premium shipping, but it's worth it. And their customer service, when I've had to use them, very responsive. But I got an email. Get on their mailing list, people. They'll let you know about things. They're not intrusive with the email, but they'll let you know about blends that are back in stock and things like that. The Scottish brandy blend, Wallace blend. I don't know if you know this about me, but Scottish is a big part of my family heritage. And I love the movie Braveheart. Mel Gibson's problems notwithstanding. That's a great movie. And I picked up this blend immediately as soon as I got the email. Very excited to try it.
Yes, so the newest blend is the limited release Wallace Scottish Brandy Blend. I'll read the description. Experience our newest creation, a smooth, full-bodied roast with syrupy notes of sweet maple and creamy butterscotch candy. Ooh. This indulgent, limited edition blend is perfect for slow mornings, an afternoon pick-me-up, or as a dessert coffee to end the evening on a rich note. Order now. It won't last long. And this is a pre-sale blend, and it's shipping in the beginning of October. So if you order now, they'll ship it out. The first week of October. So you want to use our affiliate link in the description on Facebook and on YouTube, as also our podcast link. It's our affiliate link. So every order, a little bit goes back to the show, but you can also use promo code BELLYUP at checkout. You get 15% off your order. So you save a little bit of that sweet, sweet dough. It'll go towards shipping, but it gets here, like Dustin said, it gets here in 4 business days. Nice blend. Whether it's a great cup of coffee, whether you enjoy it whole bean, like to grind my own beans. I'm sure I know Dustin does as well. Or you can get it ground so you can get that immediate hit. And again, it's air roasted. None of that bitterness, none of that acidity you find in other coffee blends you find on the shelf in your department store, in your local supermarkets. All 100% air roasted. And if you don't like it, you get your money back. But we know you're gonna love it. So you'll find it. You'll love it too. And you'll give it where is it? Where is he? Dang it. Here it is. You'll give it the No Credentials Required seal of approval. Go Puppers. Right there. He's a cute
My
guy.
mind always goes back to the first time you use that element. It's a great time in my memory.
Let him make the noise, Dustin.
I know. I'm not trying to bait you. I just am reliving the magic that was.
But again, I can be wooed with feminine charms and free merchandise.
Yeah, yes.
Does he singing singing "Summer Breeze" by Seals and Crofts in the comments section? And I gotta say,
through the jasmine in my mind.
I gotta say though, for misheard, I remember there's a website or there's a book called Misheard Lyrics, and I always thought "blowing through the jasmine in my mind" was blowing through the jazz club in my mind. I'm an idiot, folks.
No, that's awesome. Louis Armstrong is in there. Miles Davis, John Coltrane.
And Uncle Al says, "Play Christopher Rose over that seal of approval." Hey!
Oh man, welcome, Uncle Al to the live madness.
Yes, on Saturday night. Yeah, play Christopher Rose by Seal, another yacht rock classic, and from the Batman Forever soundtrack, the worst Batman movie of that series, but the best soundtrack.
All right, I gotta say, I think Batman and Robin is worse, but Batman Forever definitely real bad.
Yeah,
real bad.
Batman and Robin's soundtrack was pretty good too. Smashing Pumpkins was featured on that soundtrack, but no, the Batman Forever soundtrack it had U2, Seal, Mazzy Star, oh gosh, Flaming Lips.
Okay, Mazzy Star, Flaming Lips, you got me.
Yeah,
not with U2. I'm not a U2 guy. A lot of people are gonna throw shade at me for that.
There's some more PJ Harvey, Method Man, Michael Hutchence for rest in peace.
Excess, yes.
Sunny Day Real Estate, Massive Attack with Tracy Thorn.
How did Sunny Day Real Estate make that?
that song and that soundtrack is excellent.
I like Sunny Day Real Estate. Yeah.
The Devlins, Nick Cave, Eddie Reader, Brandy. It's a great soundtrack. Batman Forever soundtrack. You gotta get.
Yeah, I gotta recheck that out. Nick Cave has one of the best. His band name for his backing band or whatever you want to call them, it's the best. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. That's amazing.
So, and then Batman and Robin, Smashing Pumpkins, the end is the beginning of the end.
I remember that one.
It's the first track. And the last track is the beginning is the end is the beginning. But it also features Bone Thugs and Harmony. Look into my eyes and tell me. R. Kelly, Arcana, REM, Jewel, Foolish Games. That was on the soundtrack.
Foolish Games.
Lazy Eye by Goo Goo Dolls, Lauren Christie, Soul Coughing, Moloko, Michelle. I'll just say her last name starts with N. Eric Benet, formerly Lisa. I think it was Lisa Bonet's husband.
Okay.
Elliot Goldenthal, who wrote the Batman score, Underworld. So, Batman Robin, okay soundtrack. Batman Forever sucks as a movie.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. Same with Godzilla from 1998.
Oh yeah, Godzilla from 1998. That movie, that soundtrack is bomb, man.
An A320 by Foo Fighters is hands down one of my favorite songs of all time, period. And they won't release it because TriStar Sony owns the rights to that song. And they won't put it out on streaming. And it disappoints me to this day.
Oh man, we need the Kevin Sorbo Hercules disappointed.
Desi saying she's not a super fan of U2 either. That's fine. It's not
all right, Desi. You and I together, we do not like U2.
Just remember,
I'm with you.
Bono's number one. He's never number two. If you know the reference, hit me in the comments. Desi saying, she's also saying, I like me some Bone Thugs. And Julie from Michigan joining, saying, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Julie. Good to see you.
Hello, Julie.
On this Saturday night edition of No Credentials Required. All right, let's move on to week 3 in the NFL. And we're going to start off with our most intriguing matchups I'm going to lead off with this one.
All right.
And the one matchup I'm looking forward to, and Snowman, if you're still listening, Snowman, talking to you, buddy. The most intriguing matchup for me is Cardinals and 49ers. And I'll tell you why. Which one of these 2-0 teams are the Mirage? I remember our friends of the show, Levac and Gaz, in their old station used to have Real or Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about different sports topics, whether it be NFL, Major League Baseball. Gaz would give an example, would ask a question: Is this team is this real or is it a mirage? And Levac would say if it was a mirage or real. But I gotta find out which one of these 2-0 teams is the mirage because they're both starting off pretty well. They both have a 2-0 start. Cardinals had their home opener last week. Niners have been on the road the first 2 weeks of the season. They depleted Niners lineup. They beat the Saints last week behind Mac Jones' performance, almost 300 yards. Played a really solid game. And for now, as of this recording, Brock Purdy's listed as questionable for their home opener. So we're going to get a second helping of mac and cheese in the Bay.
Lobster mac and cheese. I don't know.
Crab.
Oh yeah, crab. Yeah.
Oh, and hopefully it's not the body of their of the San Francisco Giants old mascot, Krabby something. But on the flip side, the Cardinals, they needed a stop on defense to prevent Carolina from an epic rally in the fourth quarter of that game last week in their home opener. Their offense, especially Kyler Murray and James Conner, they're gonna have to have a better performance because I looked at the stats from last week. The Panthers had the ball for almost 34 minutes last week, and they almost pulled it off. They were down 27. They were down 27-6, and they scored 16 points in the fourth quarter. So it almost blew the lead. But the defense got the stops, but the offense got picked up. You can't put it in cruise control against this Niners team, and especially against this Niners defense. So that's my most intriguing matchup. Over to you, Dustin.
To quote Emperor Palpatine, I will be watching that matchup with great interest because it's in my division here. It's in the NFC West. But I did not pick that as my most intriguing matchup. I went to the division that I feel we both said was probably going to be one of the better divisions in the NFL this season, the AFC West. And you picked the Chargers to win this division, Ryan. And that is why this makes my most intriguing matchup of the week. I want to see how the Broncos will respond after losing that heartbreaker to the Colts late. And I want to see if the Broncos defense, which was very good last year, will play better against the Chargers. Because they kind of laid an egg against the Colts. You know, how much is this Danny Jones and that revamped Colt offense? Or is it, did the Broncos just kind of lay an egg last week defensively? I think it's more the latter. So I want to see how they respond and how they play against the Chargers. And on the Chargers end of things, I've got a couple things I'm watching. One, can they take a convincing lead in this division early in the season and really try to get the stranglehold on this division? Yeah. And speaking of strangleholds, Omarion Hampton, we all thought he was going to take the Chargers rushing job without any problem. And he's kind of had a slow start to the year, hasn't performed the way that we thought he would. Yep. And don't look now, but naughty by Najee Harris, he's in there. He's
naughty by Najee.
He's in there. He's recovering from that eye injury he had, so he's coming back, and he got a little bit more of the carries last week. And I also want to see if Keenan Allen can keep this thing going. He's kind of had a rebirth there. And is Justin Herbert going to continue to ascend under Jim Harbaugh, who said it's his job to get Herbert in the Hall of Fame? So I will be watching this game very closely.
Yes. It's actually the home opener for the Chargers. I don't know who's going to show up. Go back to San Diego; they'll show up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's interesting that they start their first 3 games in the division. And yeah, I mean, yes, indeed, the Chargers were my pick for AFC West to win that division. So if they win this game, it's a 3-0 start, not only in their record but also in the division, and it's a good path towards winning their division. Let's see here. Wonko saying, "Is this how Saturday morning shows usually go? Because I've been missing out. Might need to change hours." No, I mean this is just a one-off, Wonko, but maybe we have another Saturday night show in the future.
Me?
And Desi telling Wonka to join the dark side. Desi's all about the bone thugs. Get up, cowboy. Julie, her fiance, was with her too. She's trying to culture him in the ways of the cred head. Sports, pop culture, and other nonsense. That's how I can describe it. I don't know if this is accurate or not.
And congratulations to you both, fiance. I was not aware, Julie. So congratulations on that.
And Desi telling Hank to get in here. We're pushing for 500. It's right.
The drive to 500.
Drive to 500. We're currently at 413. So hey, Hank, get in on the action, man. Sports, pop culture, other nonsense. I don't make that the football. Make that our new tag.
Yeah, we could have a shirt or something.
Yes, merch, more merch for the merch store. Your Uncle Al saying, is Indiana Jones for real? I mean,
I don't know.
They're playing the Titans this week, so
did he whip the Colts offense into shape?
Maybe.
Oh man.
Well, definitely. The offense is definitely not an artifact now. It's Indiana Jones is behind the helm.
Thanks for keeping it going.
And does he saying naughty by Najee with apologies to Dan Cruz?
Yeah, so usually Dan hits me with the crickets, but I didn't get the crickets this week. I didn't get the crickets.
I don't have crickets. I gotta find some crickets.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving on to our self-hatred game of the week. Dustin, which game are you not paying attention to this week?
Oh man. All right. So this game, I hate to like do this because it just feels bad. But for me, the pick is for the game that it's the self-hatred game of the week. I will not be watching. Thank goodness we have Red Zone, as you say, every week. It's the Packers versus the Browns for me, because the Browns defense so far has proven, hey, we're still good. But the only problem is that the Packers defense is also extremely good, especially with the addition of Micah Parsons. And you know who is not good to start the season? With apologies to Joe Flacco, the Browns offense has looked not great to start the season. Okay. So the Packers defense, which looks to be one of the best in the NFL early in the season, versus a Browns offense that is not very good, means that this game could get out of hand in a hurry. Now, the Browns, the only shot they have in this game is that they get after Jordan Love and they disrupt enough of his timing so that he throws some picks. But he's really tamped down on the interception issues this year so far to start the season. I think the Packers, they have too many weapons. They have Josh Jacobs. They have. I mean, Tucker Kraft is going off to start the season.
Monster game on last Thursday night. Yeah,
a Packers receiver will catch passes. We just don't know who's the lead dog in this offense yet. But the Packers, they have enough weapons. It's going to be too much. This game's going to get out of hand quick, despite the Browns' best effort on defense.
Yeah, my self-hatred game of the week. Why is this game one of America's games of the week? Cowboys at Bears. This might be a rout. This game is already very late, very early for the Bears. And we haven't even started the game yet. The Cowboys scored 40 points last week against the Giants in arguably one of the best games of the season so far. And the Bears have allowed, in their last 4 quarters, 73 points.
Man.
73 in 4 quarters.
That's oh man.
I don't have a sound effect for it, but Charles Barkley would say, "That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's terrible." The Bears defense is an atrocity. And again, how is this game a featured game in the late window in week 3? I know. It's the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys. That's why.
And we got to figure out what shade nail polish Caleb Williams is wearing too. Not a joke. I'm not joking, folks.
I get
Look it up. He wears nail polish on his fingernails. To which I say, Dustin, got a little surprise for you.
Ooh.
Thank God for NFL Red Zone.
Oh man, Scott Hansen's gonna love that. Man, you can't get the first name wrong because Chris Hansen, entirely different line of work.
Yes.
Have a seat.
He'll tell you to have a seat. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here. Oh, God, it's Chris Hansen. Again, name that reference. All right, we're going to move on to our players to watch in game 3 or week 3 of the NFL. And I got my eyes, sent Saquon Barkley. Uneventful start to the NFL season from last year's rushing champion. Lackluster start so far, which I'm sure a lot of fantasy football owners are fuming right now, but who cares?
Mm-hmm.
They're 2-0. If you're an Eagles fan, you should still be happy about that.
Oh yeah.
But don't forget, last year he had a somewhat okay start in 2024. And in week 3 he had a breakout performance. Albeit that performance was against the New Orleans Saints, and this week he's playing a tougher defense in the Los Angeles Rams. They've had their way defensively with Houston and Tennessee in consecutive weeks, like a cat playing with a mouse. But the Rams defense, surprisingly, their rush defense, 18th in the NFL.
Wow.
So and this is the rematch from the divisional playoff from last year, which the Eagles won. The offensive line of the Eagles, they're going to want to eat. And I'm pretty sure Nick Sirianni is willing to indulge and oblige the run game by handing the ball off to Saquon a bunch of times, creating some RPO plays for Jalen Hurts. O-line's going to eat in this game, I think. But I got my eyes on the Saquon Barkley and the Eagles offensive line. So those are my players to watch. Dustin, your players to watch.
All right. Well, mine's cliche, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you just got to go with what your heart says. I'm going to be watching Russell Wilson. I'm going to be watching Russell Wilson partially because the Giants are in prime time against the Chiefs.
Yes,
who have started slow, and the Chiefs are going to be motivated. I think they're going to be motivated to go out and prove something. But I want to see if Russell Wilson, because everybody's going to say, well, Russell Wilson did it last week. He can't do it again. He threw that boneheaded interception. That is true. But I think Russ can do it again. I think if this builds his confidence back, but the problem is he's going to have to do it against a Chiefs defense that is much better than Dallas. Come on, let's call it what it is. The Chiefs, they've started slow, everybody, but defensively, they're better than the Dallas Cowboys. But can Russell Wilson, and the key is, can the Giants offensive line, which Uncle Al sent me a bunch of stats about a couple of weeks ago, and I tried to reference them, and I screwed it up badly. So I'm sorry, Uncle Al. It wasn't your data. It was my delivery. But I did say, we talked about it, he and I via text. I said, when given time, Russell Wilson still throws one of the best deep balls in the NFL. And can he drop some bombs and get Malik Neighbors involved early in this game against the Chiefs? So I'll be watching because I want to see what Russ does. Can he string it together for another week? Can he turn back the clock for another week? Or does it become the countdown to Jackson Dart?
That's it. We'll see. Some comments in the comments section. Julie said, thank you. Forgot for what. And she also says, Hank agrees with you. And the Bears give up 52 to her Lions. Desi says that he's going to have purple nail polish.
All right. Do we need to start? Okay. Do we need to start predicting? Yeah.
Nail polish watch. Caleb
Yeah.
Williams nail polish watch 2025.
All right, we'll do this. We will do this.
Gotta do it. It's gotta be a new segment to the show. And your Uncle Al saying, Cam Scatterbo in prime time, baby.
Oh man, did you see? I saw a clip of him. He was like, Dable was trying to answer questions at a press conference, and Cam Scatterbo was apparently like, "Woo!" in the background and like, "Yeah." And Dable's like, "I forgot your question. I'm sorry. It's just Scatterbo." So, I don't know.
So if we're gonna do the the Caleb Williams nail polish watch, I need you to come up with the same kind of element you had for OV goal watch. The same tone, the same echo, the same reverb.
Hey, guess what?
I
still have the session saved. That's not going to be a problem. All I have to do is change the. I'll change what I say, but it'll sound the same.
Caleb Williams nail polish watch 2025.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Man. All right, we're moving on to the next segment, which is we're getting close to the end of the show. The Cut the Breaks Pick'em Challenge. And we gotta play that sweet, sweet element as soon as I can find it. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired.
It's all right. It's all right. We're moving quick so you can go to sleep after. There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. I mean, come on, that's not on you. Anytime you're sleeping someplace new, it takes a couple nights for you to adjust. All new noises, everything else.
Yeah, not only that, it's a bunk bed too. It's with a twin mattress. Oy.
Oh, forget about that. Yeah.
All right, cut the breaks challenge. Here we go.
Cut the brakes! Wild card, bitches! Yeah! What?
All right. Last week, I scored 3 points out of a Actually, no, I scored 3 points because the Chargers won.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Raiders on Monday night. Atlanta beat the Vikings, so that was canceled out. But the Colts beat the Broncos, so I get the bonus point for the wild card for my upset special. And Dustin, let me just bring up my sheets here because I got Google Sheets now. I put together a score sheet for us for our picks. Dustin had the Rams and the Ravens, so we got a point for each of those, but missed out on the bonus point for the Raiders. So
I did. I put my faith in Gino, and he burned me again. 3 picks.
Yep. So I got the extra point, and I'm currently up 5-4. So in the Cut the Breaks Pick'em Challenge, which is presented by, and I'll get our sponsor in just a second. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Going to this ad break in my mind. Royal Retros, folks. Royal Retros is our sponsor, is our presenter for the Cut the Breaks Pick'em Challenge. Royal Retros, the king of throwbacks. Get 15% off your order with promo code CREDHEAD at checkout. So this week, our picks this week. For me, I got the Steelers over the Patriots. I got the Chargers over the Broncos. My upset special. I'll explain why. I had the Jets beating the Buccaneers.
Oh, all right. I almost picked it, Ryan, but I stayed away from that game.
For two reasons. First of all, I visited my guys, our friends of the show, Levac and Gaz, on Wednesday. They were at Mohawk Chevrolet. Gaz is a Buccaneers fan.
Oh, okay.
Big Buccaneers fan. He for some reason, I don't know what it is. He likes all teams that wear orange. He's from the Syracuse area, so he likes all pro teams that wear orange. So that's why he's an Orioles fan. That's why he's a Knicks fan. That's why he's a Buccaneers fan. Although his hockey team is the Colorado Avalanche, his pseudo team. I don't know. It's a whole weird thing. I tried to convince him to go with either the Ducks or the Flyers, but they're terrible. So we decided to do a friendly wager. So whoever wins, if Gaz wins, I buy him a plate of wings from Horses Lounge in Schenectady, which is where they're going to be broadcasting from tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or another local establishment, might be, or the Orange Roof, or the Owl Sanctuary. I'll call it that. If I win, I get not only a plate of wings, I get to meet his sister-in-law.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yes, I get to meet his single sister-in-law, and very pretty. Let's just say that. And I'll spare the details, but yes, I mean, so I've got the upset special. So not only if if the Jets win, not only do I get a bonus point, but I also get wings, and I get to meet a very pretty lady.
All right. All right. There you go.
I'm such a nerd. Dustin, for Dustin's picks, he's got the Packers over the Browns. He has the Colts over the Titans. And for his upset special, his wild card, Patriots over the Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel confident in that one, but we got to find an upset. Oh man. I'm just seeing a comment from Uncle Al in the chat. It got me. It got
The
me.
Giants when you have to eat a bug. Like a Volkswagen Beetle? I mean,
yeah. What am I, Kirby? I gotta.
your punishment is to eat this car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say home bet advantage. Absolutely.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Although I will say that the beds at the places we were at in North Carolina, they're pretty nice too.
Yeah, they were real nice. But even those, like the first night or so, I didn't sleep well. You got to get used to it. New place.
Well, I'm also used to having my cat sleeping next to me too. So tag along is a very good sleep companion. Does he saying, Dustin, well, you should hear from Jerry Jones what he thinks of Caleb Williams' nail polish just because.
All right,
Mr. Jones, I'm sorry, let me get you in the spirit here.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, we have a question from our listening audience here. They want to know what you think about Caleb Williams' nail polish. What color he's going to wear on Sunday?
Well, I wouldn't have any Dallas Cowboy doing that. I remember Quincy Carter wanted to do that, and I said no. And then he and Steven, they got together and they started putting different colors on. It was a whole thing. I said, no, thank you. Clean my glasses. Oh, I lost it at the end there.
This nail polish brought to you by Mary Kay.
If you would like to become a sponsor of the Cowboys, reach out to me.
It's so funny. I just for some random reason I've been reading a book about attention deficit disorder, and I thought of the Maybelline commercial. maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's ADD.
Oh man,
I can't laugh because I might have.
Well, and do you realize the irony? You're like, I've been reading a book about ADD for some reason.
I might have it. Let's put it that way. I might have it.
But it was pretty fun. You're just like, for some reason,
for random it's just random happenstance.
Yeah.
Desi says you have to eat a cricket, and she's also laughing hysterically.
All right.
Thanks, Desi. All right, we're gonna wrap up our show tonight with our favorite athletes to wear number 67, and for I think probably the second or third time on this program when we talked about our favorite athletes to wear a specific number.
Yeah,
we gotta break this out. Where are you? There you are. Double homer alert!
Double homer alert.
Double homer alert. Dustin,
that's exceedingly rare.
Yes, exactly. Dustin, your favorite athlete to wear number 67.
All right. People might come after me for this one, but come on. Some of these numbers, put yourself in our shoes. Try to come up with these numbers. It's a great idea.
Right?
I've loved the content for the year, but some of these numbers, you're like, man, what am I going to do? But like a beacon of light, Charles Cross currently wears 67 for my Seattle Seahawks. Okay. He was drafted in 2022. He was one of the last draft picks under the regime of Pete Carroll and John Schneider. Charles Cross was drafted, and he's been one of the bright spots on the offensive line, and he's really been one of the building blocks that they've started. He and Abe Lucas drafted the same year, I believe, and they have become cornerstones of this revamped Seahawks offensive line. He is 24 years old. He played his college ball for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Okay. And he walked on, I believe. He walked on that team.
I don't have a cowbell, so I don't just make believe I'm shaking a cowbell.
All right. But I'm picking him based on more of what I think he can do in the future. I'm very excited about Charles Cross, Abe Lucas, Gray Zabel, Justin Sendell at center until he got hurt. I'm just very happy, and I'm looking forward. Charles Cross is still young, provided he can stay healthy, because both he and Abe Lucas dealt with injuries very early in their career. I think he could be a cornerstone for the offensive line. I am looking forward to watching him for a long time.
All right. My favorite number 67 with the New York Jets, Damian Woody.
I knew this one was coming.
Yeah, Damian, he's one of my favorite commentators on ESPN whenever I have the stomach to watch Get Up with Mike Greenberg, that fake Jets fan. Started his career with the enemy. I mean, the New England Patriots in 1999, was drafted out of Boston College in the which round? It was in the first round, 17th overall in 1999 by the New England Patriots, and spent the first 5 seasons of his career in New England, won 2 Super Bowls with them, and also then signed with Detroit, played with the Detroit Lions. He originally played center when he was drafted by the New England Patriots, but moved over to left guard in 2003. And then in 2004, he signed with the Detroit Lions, played 4 seasons with them. First 3 seasons were at right guard before moving over to right tackle in 2007. Then in 2008, joined my New York Jets and switched over to right tackle and was part of that offensive line that was absolutely marvelous. Marvelous in the years of Eric Mangini, for the 1 year he was with Eric Mangini, and with Rex Ryan, the ground and pound attack of the New York Jets, where it was all about the run game, and then to mitigate Mark Sanchez's mistakes as a rookie, and then second year, and when they went to the back-to-back AFC championships, was a part of that line with Nick Mangold and Jason Fabini, the Brickishaw.
Yeah, I was going to say the Brickishaw was on that.
They were an excellent offensive line. Just open up running holes, grinding down the opponent, and just absolutely just taking every opponent they could to task. Was part of that great offensive line with the New York Jets. So that's my favorite athlete to wear, number 67. I'll be bringing just a spoiler for you guys. Just one heads up for Tuesday's program. I'm going to bring back the Homer alert for number 68. So I just want to give you a heads up for number 68 for Tuesday. Before we get out of here, I'm going to have Dustin remind you about his special project coming up with Extra Life. So I'll give the mic over to Dustin, let him talk about Extra Life for Kids, what he's going to be doing on November 8th. So go, Dustin, go!
All right. Well, on November 8th, I will be participating in my 8th year of Extra Life. What is Extra Life, you may ask? It is an event that is done with the affiliation of the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. That is the charity that it benefits. My local hospital that is affiliated with them is the Bernard and Millie Duker Children's Hospital at Albany Med. That is what I will be raising money for. I will be raising money for sick children in my area. Children suffering from all sorts of maladies. I got involved in this because my mother, she passed away from cancer in 2018. And after seeing my mother fight that fight, I decided that no kid should ever have to go through that fight, because my mother was as tough as they come, and it took everything out of her. So why not do our part to prevent kids from having to go through this, and the kids that have to go through it, give them some aid. But the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals assists kids with all sorts of different types of illnesses and things that they just shouldn't have to fight. But I will be attempting to play video games for 24 straight hours. Now, I will confess, I'm an older man now than when I started this. I have made 24 hours 3 of the 8 years. So I have modified it. I will be playing for as long as possible. I always go at least 12 hours, sometimes a lot more. And sometimes the full 24, but I will be getting together. My friend Chris from Virginia will be joining me remotely for most of it. He always joins me for a big chunk. Ryan's supported in years past. I will be going live on Twitch at 9 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday, November 8th. It's usually the first Saturday in November, but I think they wanted to avoid that because it's the day after Halloween. Again, game day is Saturday, November 8th. I will be starting at 9 a.m. If you want to tune in, I will be at twitch.tv. Search for ElDusto67. You will find me. If you feel so inclined to donate, head on over to extra-life.org. Ryan's got the link down below. But if you search for Dustin Henry, you will find me as a participant as well. I have set up a Facebook fundraiser as well. If you are on Facebook, you can find me there and you can donate if you wish. If you cannot donate, I understand. Support in other ways if possible. Tune in, let people know. Word of mouth is big. Let's help some sick children. Let's get it going. I'm looking forward to the 8th.
Yeah, it's a special event. I've supported Dustin in the past, as have my other members of my family. I've stopped by with beers and food for Dustin. It's been a good time. Get to play some what's that game called?
Fall Guys. We're going to be doing that again this year.
Hey,
so.
yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, last comments for the night come from Desi saying Laramie Tunsil number 67. He wore number 67 with the Miami Dolphins. Now current member of the Washington Commanders. Second week in a row, no Bama player. These 60s are hard indeed. But they'll get easier in the 70s. I promise you. I promise you that.
Well, and I think my 68 is going to be good if my memory is going to be easy if my memory is good.
Hopefully it's good. I mean, you could always grow a mullet and bonk a couple just check models.
You are on it, sir.
Your Uncle Al saying Justin Pugh as his favorite number 67, and Wonko rounding us up with the joke of the night. Cowboys' last Super Bowl picks are all saved on a 3.5-inch floppy disk. Stole the meme. Great stuff. Thank you all. Thank you, Wonko. Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by. This will be replayed at 9 a.m. on the Belly Up YouTube channel tomorrow. So I checked everything on the YouTube side. Nobody, as far as I know, has a video up so far at 9 a.m. So for tomorrow. But in the meantime, Dustin and I are going to get out of here. I'm going to wrap things up and pretty much go to bed. But in the meantime, follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for No Credentials Required. You can also find our other podcasts and written articles at bellyupsports.com. And on the podcast side, subscribe to the podcast on some of these excellent platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, our YouTube channel, and our host, which is Podbean. And hit that notification bell on both Twitter and on YouTube so you know when the live show goes up, when you know when show clips go up, and you know when announcements in general are up about show times and whatnot. So we're going to get out of here. Thank you for joining us on No Credentials Required, the Saturday evening edition, the Saturday evening post edition of No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We are proudly presented by Belly Up Sports. For Dustin Henry, I'm Ryan McCarthy. We'll be back here on the regular Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. We'll be reviewing everything that happened in Week 3 of the NFL. Hopefully, I've got a plate of wings and a nice young lady to meet in the coming weeks. Talking to you guys. So we'll see you on Tuesday night. Have a great evening. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the football. Be safe out there. We'll talk to you again soon.
Good night, everybody.